Alright, good afternoon เนาะสบายดีมีค่ะแฟนรายการทุกท่าน Welcome to English Chit Chat Woo! Today we are without DJ Dada no? But anyway I believe that DJ Dada is like watching us from somewhere right now and if you are also listening to us on 90.0 megahertz Lao Youth Radio we are on the Facebook Live right now just go on the Lao Youth Radio fan page and our video is right there no? Because today we are going to have a very exclusive interview with a man that I would say that he's quite a good and well-known scholarship hunter as well.
I hope so.
You don't think so? But anyway, I think if you are like a person that also you know like actively look for the scholarships and also exchange programs and you want to get some tips as well and to get to know of course about our guest today a little bit deeper you should stay tuned no? But first of all before introducing our guest today I would like to thank to our sponsor no? Coca-Cola Taste of Feeling and of course Sky Telecom อินเทอร์เน็ตความไวสูง โทร call 1833-1833 for the fastest internet in Laos I would say no? So today let me introduce you guys a very special guest so this person is a Fulbright scholar not in the major of educational and global leadership that sounds very big and very I would say complicated but anyway we'll get to know about the topic as well later and he is also the Wisely Academic Fellow right in the year of 2015
yes.
and SIAP or the Ship for Southeast Asian Ship for Southeast Asian and Japanese Youth Program 2016 no? Ladies and gentlemen please welcome Anisong Vonglatsamy oh boy yeah ตบมือให้แน่ตบมือให้แน่เนาะต้องพอแล้ว Welcome to our program
สบายดี
สบายดี boy how are you
I'm doing great
yeah. Thank you for coming today I know that you have been very busy with some projects right
yeah
you should be like you normally study in the US but you came back for a project
yes
which we will talk about that later
sure.
no? But now please introduce yourself to our audiences maybe about who you are what you are doing you know like to get to know them better
So good evening guys my name is Boy or Anisong Vonglatsamy
โดย
Now I'm studying master degree in educational and global leadership in Western Michigan University Western Michigan University
Western Michigan University
yes
no in Dongdong campus no just kidding in the US
yes
wow no and you are a Fulbright scholar as well
yeah
so if you are you know like thinking of applying for this scholarship probably today we'll talk about the tips a bit no
okay,
so
sure.
that you can share with them how to become like a successful candidate now, and what else would you like them to know more about you
as you know I'm a scholarship hunter and I love kids and
you love kids
yeah
Me
I really
too.
like kids and also but anyways I'm a lazy hate I'm super lazy actually
I don't think so because I've seen like what you have done the programs that you have joined and a lot of activities I would say that you are quite an active one
maybe different kind of lazy I mean like there's some certain things that I like to do and like some certain things that I don't like to do
right
yeah
right but first of all I think it will be also helpful if you would provide the listeners and the audience right now the 3 words that would describe you the most probably like 3 adjectives or what would be like the 3 main characteristics of yourself that would define you the best
that's hard because I think I have a lot of characteristics inside
right
myself
just like the 3 main like the 3 the boldest ones
maybe I'm crazy
you're crazy
yeah
in a good way no?
yeah
and what else
and I like traveling probably
you love traveling
yeah and Coke is my life
you love
yeah I love
food lover.
Coke yeah no I like Coke yeah like soda
you like
yeah that's my life I cannot live without Coke actually
that's the best guess you guys because Coca-Cola is our sponsor no?
yeah
sponsor แบบมากแหงตอนนี้ที่บอกว่า Coca-Cola and you only drink Coca-Cola right?
yeah
well so those are the 3 characteristics of you so you are a little bit crazy in a good way.
I think so.
And you're I wouldn't say you're lazy, but maybe like you are. I mean, you would work smart for something that you like,
that's a nice way to say it.
You have to pay me later.
Okay, sure.
And the third thing is that you love Coke. You love Coca-Cola so much.
It's my life.
Right. And I would say like the second thing that you said, that you love traveling.
Yeah, of course.
I also have heard that you have a page that you post things about, you know, like your travelings and what else. I've heard that you also share like some tips for applying for scholarships, right?
So the page called The Little Thing I've Learned.
Wow.
As it say, like, I will share the things I have learned each of the day that I've spent, or like every day of my life. But so basically, I provide some English words, like useful words for scholarship, probably, and like some useful words for like daily life. And other than that, I also like I'm trying to make a vlog. So I have said like I create couple videos of my life studying in the US, how it looks like to study in the US as a foreign student. And but right now I'm kind of like busy with the project that I did with Singaporean volunteers, so I didn't have much time to edit and record new videos. So maybe soon you can follow my page and let's see what video I'm gonna release soon.
Wow, that would be interesting because I stalked a bit on the page as well, like just now that I've heard about the page, and it's you post things about like scholarships, right, for people to get to know about the scholarships that are interesting, no, for the Lao students, right, and also some tips, and of course your life in the US, which would inspire a lot of people who have always dreamed of studying in the US. Probably I'm one of them.
Oh, you will get. Sure.
Yeah, but first of all, I would like to talk a bit more about your childhood, because you know, like to be this bold, to be this, you know, active, and also to be this good in English. So I just wonder, how was your childhood like, and how did you learn and practice your English when you were younger?
Oh, for my childhood, no, actually I didn't have a lot of like childhood experiences, because most of the time I spend time studying, probably.
Oh,
because
are you would you say that you're a nerd?
Probably like before this, actually, like,
I see.
Yeah, I did not even know like the name of my neighbors, actually, because I didn't spend a lot of time playing with my neighbors, but there's only like some people that I play with, because my parents, I didn't think that they are strict, but they are like worry about like me and my sister a lot, so they kind of like protective a lot, and they try to push us to like study as much as we can, and I think that's.
But did you love studying though? Like,
at that time I loved studying a lot.
I see. But would you say because of your personality as well, you might be a kind of introvert? So maybe because of my childhood life also like makes me to be like an introvert. But right now I'm trying to be more extrovert, because you know, this society right now, we need to have connection and we need to meet a lot of people. Yeah, that's important as well, both for your study as for now, and your career exactly. In the future as well. That is very true. No, but I wonder, because you know, like learning English, your English is very good. So in order to learn and in order to improve your English skills, you have to at least, you know, like interact with people, right?
Yes, that's how I learned actually, because I remember that I went to English school only 1 year. After that, only a year, and I quit because it's not.
You studied English for 1 year.
Yeah, because normally we also have like English class in our school already, right? But that's I'm not called because as
you
know,
mean the extra course?
Yeah, there will be like the 1 year that I study at the school, and after that, I think I learned a lot through exchange program and movies and music.
Movies.
Yeah.
That is very interesting, because that's a lot of that's the way that a lot of people learn English as well.
Yeah, it's kind of like not a boring way, and it's the only way that you can know the words that they actually use in the reality, because some words or like some sentences in the textbook or like course that we are taking is kind of like too formal or something. maybe it's not related to maybe it's not updated to the current world and also the accent would be the most important thing for me I think because as we know a lot of teachers in Laos maybe they might mix with their like our Asian accent to make it easier but for me learning from movies or music it's much easier and you can hear exactly like the tonation or like their vocal or like their accent so it's much more easier
and for me I think the pronunciation though it's the most important thing because if you cannot pronounce it correctly then there might be some problem with the communications about like the understanding no so learning English from movies from also what else
like making friends like foreigners or like try to apply for scholarship or even like a volunteer project in Laos because right now there are a lot of like international projects that they try to do in Laos so try to engage with them because it's the only chance that you have chance to use your English skill and to develop it like in
in like different fields in many ways and since you mentioned about exchange programs so I have also seen that you have been like you have attended a lot of programs as well exchange programs in a lot of countries so would you share with us please like how many programs have you attended and which one would be like the ones that you like the most or the one that you think what you have gained from is like outstanding for you
I cannot remember them all
but how many like at least how many 20
maybe maybe not more than 15 probably more than 15 I think but the first I will talk like only like some project that I've done the first one will be the first time I went to Japan through like short film competition so it's like short film making for like high school students so each high school student will like they submit their like short film it depends on the topic on that year
so that when you were in high school I see
actually that's I just like got lucky because my friend invited me to join their team actually
I see
because as a child I am a very like shy person and I never thought about applying for any scholarship before and that's a starting point for me
I also I'm also interested to hear about like the turning point where you think that like going or attending an in exchange program would be beneficial for you or like what made you finally become interested in like going for these kind of exchange programs
so I'm not sure it's true or not but this one thing that makes like Lao youth or like Lao students scared of applying for scholarship maybe the English they think that our English is not that good so they're trying to not use it or like try to not develop it but the thing is that once you are in the program you will know the fact that other countries they are not also like good in English so it doesn't mean that English it means everything it's just like a tool to communicate with other countries
totally agree.
But the most important thing would be your mindset or like what you want to do within the program what you want to get through participating in that project that will be the thing that it's like the most important thing that you should consider about you should not like let your language barrier to block your way to success right so and this kind of belief the thing that I've said is also like the thing that most like interviewers or like scholarship they try to look for they're not look for the best English speaker but they are looking for the one that who really knows what they want to do with their lives or like what do they want to get from the scholarship that they want to apply for
I totally agree that English or any kind of language is a tool for communication so like you say I really like it like don't let you know, like your fear in using English or using any language to block you from these opportunities where you will learn even more.
Yeah, exactly.
You will meet like a lot of people, you'll have like a lot of experiences from the places and stories, no?
It's a whole new world like waiting for you outside. You just try.
Right. So now since you mentioned about like, you know, the clear purpose that if you know best or if you know well what you are like what you want from joining the program, it will like somehow make the interviewers or the one like the decision makers I would say like somehow choose you
that's
to be like the successful candidate. So I would also like to have you share with the audience about some tips. No, I think in a lot of like exchange programs are quite different, but they have something in common, I would say.
Exactly.
So if you have any tips to share with them, like what do you think that made you became a successful candidate for these programs? More than 15 programs.
So the easiest tips that I would say, it will be like know what you have done and know what you are doing right now and know what you want to do in the future. So with these three I would say like things would make you like know the way that you want to go to. So because some people, they have done a lot of like things in the past, but because of the trend or something like that, they're trying to be something that they don't want to do, like just want to follow the trend. But I think being yourself is the best. So trying to use what you have learned or like you have the experience that you have have you done before in your past to back up with your current status to support your future path. For example, like applying for scholarship. Like if you want to be a teacher, you can mention about like you used to teach kids or whatever. It doesn't have to be like a professional one.
Right.
And combine with like current status or like current situation, like education in Laos right now is not enough or like it's kind of weak or there's a gap. And then combine with what you want to do in the future. Maybe like you want to bring something back from the program or like to improve yourself and also like the community. So this kind of like a structure, I would say the pattern, it will make your like essay would be like a bit interesting and it's quite easy though. Just like know what you've done. Just know what you have done and like what it's happening right now and what you want to do in the future.
Right.
So that would be the thing that I would suggest you.
Yeah,
and that's the thing that the interviewer they are trying to like they are looking for.
I think it's also like important to make, like you say, to have a clear plan.
Yeah.
Like this is what these are the gaps or are the problems that you want to tackle at the moment, and this is like your future plan as well, like whatever that you are going to get or gain from the programs, this is what you are going to like contribute into tackling the problems, right? And some young people that are watching or like listening to us right now might have some questions, like you mentioned about experiences, right? So what if they don't have like enough experience? Of course I want to go to this program, right? But I don't have any experience before. Like I want to join this program about education, I would say, but I didn't have any experience before. I was not a teacher. I didn't have experience in these voluntary programs. What would you suggest them?
To be honest, it's a bit hard though. Like if you don't have any experiences on the thing that you are trying to apply for, it will be difficult for you because right now I see a lot of kids, or I mean like youths right now, they participate in more like in civic engagement program or like trying to help the community because and if you don't have any experience related to the field that you want to do, it's difficult because you will have a lot of competitors. So if you don't have any of them, you can try. Like you can try to apply, at least you know the process, like what do they require, or like even you may get into like the interview section, the interview section which which you know like exactly like how do they speak, how the question will be, so you can get prepared by like joining more activities and get ready with those like questions that you have been asked for.
Right. I think apart from prepare, like this is the process of preparing yourself as well. I think a part of that fact is that you have a chance to also develop your skills. I think there are a lot of skills that you develop from like joining or like gaining those experiences as well, no? And that we talk about the tips, right? And I've heard that you have joined SIAP, of course, and wisely. These two are quite famous among the Lao youth. So if our listeners right now haven't joined any of these programs, what would you share with them? Like probably the experiences from these two that you think they are quite different, and what do they have in common?
I think it's a platform that will allow you to express yourself and also your voice. Like, it's a place that you can show your ability and also like represent your country as well. So, and you will learn a lot of things from like participating in both programs, but in just like different topics or different area.
In both programs. So what do you do in Wisely? Like where did you go in the US? And what would be the most remarkable experience that you want to share?
So Wisely, my topic was civic engagement. So what we have done would be more on like discussion on the problem that we have right now, for example, like maybe like politics or even like disaster, because they are all involved in civic engagement, and we got to visit a lot of NGO organizations, starting from the root and to the top. Like we went to visit Habitat there, which an organization that provides some funding for people who want to have house. So we just let them like loan some money to build a house, and then after that you have to pay back. And even they have like boys and girl club, which I think it's quite similar to like Lao Youth Union, but they're more focused on like younger kids, where they have like activities, a lot of activities there to do. So they can they have a library there and some sports area for them to participate in, like to interact with each other.
I see.
So we'll learn a lot of like how US organize their society or like civic engagement system there.
And what like did you like what would be the most remarkable lesson that you have gained from was that the first time that you visited the US?
That my first time.
Would you want to share some experiences? Like what did you like the most maybe in visiting the US? Or
I love the weather there, because the states that I went to, it's quite like not too cold or not too hot. And the thing that I like most would be people. It's not like it's kind of like different from what I expected. Like in the movie, you may you will feel like they might be aggressive or maybe not like racism for me sometimes. But
some movies you can see
but
that.
In the town that I went to, they are so nice. I mean, like if we walk past each other, even we did not know each other before, they just like say hello and greeting to us. They are so nice. So that's the thing that I like probably. And also like the participation from other countries, from the Asian countries.
Like you say, it's like an eye-opening to
it is
a whole new world. I would say like the new places, new culture that you have never experienced. And like you said before, some people might like get scared before they even start to apply for these programs, because firstly maybe the language barrier, the level of English, but like boy have said, no? So if you never try, you never know.
Exactly.
So really try, and of course you'll get a chance to practice and to improve your English as well in the new environment where you have to speak the language, no? You cannot speak Lao. Right. And I think it's time to take a break, boy, but I think I have a questions before going for a break, no? So you mentioned about the youth's opinion, about the youth's voice before. So what would you think like is it important? Like why the youth voice is important?
It's for me because youth they have a lot of energy and they are so fresh. Their mind is so new to the world. I mean, they can create a lot of like creativity. So by like pushing youth or like to engage more youth in any kind of program or development program, it's kind of like creating a lot of creativities for our society. And also youth themselves, they should not scared to be seen or like to not scared to like say something or not scared to be failed, because failure is not, it's not a bad thing though. It's just like a step to be successful. Yeah, it's just one, it's a process of being success.
And I also believe that like the youth, it's like important work, like important force in the nation's international development as well when it comes to development, right? So having the youth's voice in whatever matters of the country and also in the international stage as well would be something very crucial. Right?
It is.
And like joining this kind of program will help you to open these opportunities where your voice can be heard as well, which is very, very nice. Now, so we encourage you to also like give yourself a chance to apply or maybe like to attend to these programs as well. No, so those are some tips, and if you want to know more about maybe tips, his life in the US or whatever about the scholarship, follow him on the page the little things I have learned. Stock on my name. Okay, I think it's time to take a break. So don't go anywhere. After this song we are coming back again, and this time we'll talk more about the scholarship Fulbright. So you're the a scholar as well, and you're doing your master in the US. That would be very interesting to talk about. So guys, don't go anywhere. Now we'll take a very, very quick break and come back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to English Chit Chat. Today we are with boy Anisong Vonglatsamy. Welcome back. And the last break we talked a lot about him, about the tips as well for being a successful candidate for the exchange programs that he has attended. A lot of programs, more than 15 programs. And he also shared that the good things of attending these exchange programs, not only just to improve your English skills, but also like to open your mind as well to a new places, new culture, new people, new stories that would also improve yourself, your knowledge, your attitudes. And this break, like I have already mentioned, we are going to talk more about the scholarship Fulbright. I think a lot of people have heard about this scholarship, and I also have heard that it's a tough one. So I also would like you to share about this scholarship. Firstly, why did you choose to apply for Fulbright? So there are many scholarships, and Fulbright, it's like the scary one. I would say, the scariest one. So why Fulbright? And would you share with us a bit about your experiences, why you were applying for these? What were the struggles?
So the reason I chose Fulbright because, as you know, I have been participated in ICT before, so I kind of like experienced
the US.
The US culture, and I think I quite like it. And staff in the embassy are amazing, so I decided to apply for this scholarship. But anyways, it's not the first time that I applied for it. Actually, I applied a year before that and I failed. So it's something that I kind of like, as I told you, do not stop believing yourself. And those failures, it's gives you benefits more than like just like waste of your time, because the thing that you learn from that, it's something that you can use for like not only for this program, but you can also use for other programs or even your
like what?
career. Like the your the confidence or the process or the question that they try to ask you. So if you have a lot of experience in like interviewing, you will automatically have like
the tactics of,
how to answer the
yeah.
questions, and you can predict the question that what kind of question they want to ask, so you can
Really?
prepare the question.
I
So
see.
it's something that yeah, that's why it's also a tip so that I can get a lot of scholarship.
So what were like the biggest lessons that you have learned from the first failure of you know the first time applying for Fulbright and that you adapt or you kind of improve to succeed in the second time?
As I said, it's just like do not stop believing yourself because being you fail for the first time is doesn't mean like you will fail like in everything of your life. And as I said, easier, and this scholarship is kind of tough and a lot of people try to apply for it.
Right.
So maybe that in that year you might not like really ready for it because of some things that you may or may not know. And yeah, and the judge they did their best to trying to like to give you an opportunity. If you did not selected in that year, you can try keeping like trying to apply for it next year, but you have to also like improve yourself in the same time.
Right,
yeah.
right. So yes, of course, if we fail in the first time, we try again.
Yeah.
But if some of the audience are watching us right now planning to apply for this scholarship, what would you suggest them to prepare before applying?
Okay. The other tips is like you have to read carefully what it's the program they are providing you or like what is the aim of this program because it will give you a lot of insight and ideas of how your essay will look like. Yeah, and you can use those kind of keywords in your in their like description or their explanation in their criteria to use in your essay to make it more relatable to them.
Right.
Yeah, because being yourself is good, but sometimes you need to like give something that how to say the sponsor wants. So you should use those kind of the words that they want to hear. Actually,
kind of fill the gaps there, you know, like to offer what they want.
Yeah, but try to represent yourself.
I see.
Also, yeah, mix it like mix.
So that's what you should prepare. No? I think reading and to know as much as you can about the program is the crucial thing.
And the other thing is like you should know as like I've talked before like what you want to do after like the end of the program because that's very important because they want to make sure that after finishing the program you will come back and do something to make change to the community because this the priority or like the aim of the scholarship that they provided to you. So make sure that you know well what you're gonna do and how will you use that in the future with to like change the community.
I see. To also prepare the clear idea in your mind, no, and be able to express it.
Yeah, and the one small thing is don't lie. Do not try to.
Why? What if like you say being myself is good, but sometimes you have to offer what they want.
Yeah,
right?
but like.
But what if like being myself completely, it's not what they want.
No, yeah, that's why you have to mix like. At least you should describe the thing that they want in your terms, like in your style. Yeah, because or do not trying to lie or like create some story to make your profile like more interesting because in the interview section, especially for the professional one, all the interviewers they know a lot of techniques how to like know what is true or
to track
because
your lies.
They have interviewed like thousands of people before, so they
see.
know all the techniques that you're trying to do. And once they trying to ask you more, like deeper and deeper, and that time you feel like I'm done because you will end up with like no more lies. You will not know like what you should lie more to make your profile.
Have you ever?
No.
No. Okay. But I think the good thing is also that if you are like being true to yourself, to what you have done, your experiences also, or even your goal, that will make you like get the best out of your time that you're studying there as well.
Yeah, that's because being yourself is like the thing that makes you unique from other candidates.
I see.
Otherwise you will be all the same. That's why you will not be success in applying for scholarship.
Right. Thank you very much for sharing. And I think that's all about the tips. If you want to know more, like I said, follow him. on his page the little things I have learned
Yes, I will try my best to provide you the tips if I have time.
or DM him
promise,
no? So now let's talk more about yourself and your experience in the US share with us more about your life in the US. How is it like and what would be the things that you find that it's interesting like you didn't expect to experience this before in the US?
So the town that I live not right now but for my study it's like Kalamazoo. It's in kind of like West North and near the coast, so it's very cold in the winter. So there are a lot of snow and that's the first time that I experienced snow.
Really?
But I didn't expect that much. It could be high up to like to your knee or maybe higher, and the school even like closed for a week because of the bad snow. But other than that, the spring, it's so nice. I love it. And it's a very small town, I would say. So there are not a lot of shopping malls or like entertainment place. So it's for me, it's a very good place to study. So you can concentrate more on your study because you don't have to go to like a mall, like a club every day.
You don't have like self-control.
Yeah, right. And the people there, they are also nice. And all like the professors, they are so nice to me because even right now, because I'm planning, because next month I'm going to Malaysia for another program, and which is I'm taking online course right now, and then they still like allowed me to join that program because they believe that it will give something good for me and also like to my community in Laos.
I see.
So people they are nice in food. I don't have any problem with food because I cook every day.
I see. And how about like the educational culture of the US, like the educational system?
I would say they are very good in education system because they have a lot of facilities that will like help you get what you want. I mean, even like the library is so high tech and the professors, I mean like the teachers there, they are so like well educated and they know how to help you get through any like obstacles that you might have.
I see.
And I would say like because that's because of their technology, I would say that makes they like could give a lot of give like a better education system, I think.
And with technology it provides you like a wider platform.
It will be easier for you to approach also.
I see. And your major is the educational and global leadership. It sounds very big, like a big thing. What is it about and why did you like decide to pursue this major?
Actually I apply for provide with aim to study social work, and I studied social work for a semester there, and it turned out that I got stressed and depressed because maybe like they're too much for me because I didn't have a lot of experience in social work before.
I see.
So I changed my major into education and global leadership.
No. Like
it's it, but it's just like a lot of steps to do because you have to convince your sponsor and you have to apply for university again because it's a new department, so you have to write your personal statement again. And the reason that I apply for this is more because I believe that education it's more applicable here in Laos and still we still need education stuff like to develop it, even though we have a lot of NGOs, but I mean the more the better, right? So and also I've been like most of my volunteer experience will be like teaching kids in rural area or even in my page. So I think this major maybe fits to my goals or like the things that I want to do in the future, so I changed my mind
and
apply for this.
Which is related to the education development in Laos.
Because in this major I will study education and also to be a leader. So it's like both. So I will get a lot of things from this major.
Right.
Yeah.
I actually have 2 questions related to education and also leadership. I'll start first with the leadership probably. So from your personal, like your professional point of view first, and personally as a youth, how do you define leadership and what is a good leader for you?
Well, okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's hard because as I've studied, there are a lot of different leaders and leadership style like in our society. Depends on the context and situation. But for me, a leader should be someone who like really cares about their teammates, also not only focus on the goal or like objectives of the team. They should like be like human oriented and in the same time should be like task oriented also, and they should do more than say. I mean, to lead, not to order. So being a good leader, you should listen to your team and show them the thing that you want them to do, so you can get some respect back from them. Because when you are being like separated for them, like you're a boss and a leader, it's kind of different. So a leader should be more like sacrifice themselves and participate themselves into like the team more than just being on top of the team.
You mean like to lead by doing,
Yeah.
to lead by being an example,
Yeah.
just by ordering, no?
Yeah.
Because I think I totally agree, because being a good leader is not just be a good leader, but also to be a good follower as well sometimes.
Yeah.
Like you say, not listen to your teammates,
Yeah.
your followers. That's and also about education. Actually, my question would be like, what would you change if you can change one thing about the education in Laos? But I think I would change it a bit into, since we mentioned about like the good thing of the educational system in the US. So if you can choose to bring back one thing about the educational system in the US to apply here in Laos, what would it be and why?
That's tough.
That's a Miss Universe question. Not just by your point of view, like from your personal point of view.
I would say maybe the majors. I could see like in the US they have like a lot of different majors that I can choose, but maybe due to like the limited of like human resource in Laos, so they cannot like provide a lot of different majors in Laos. But
Right.
actually in the time right now, there are more things to come, and there needs a lot of creativities and innovation. So providing more majors should be nice for Laos student in the year right now, maybe probably because if you go ask students right now, they might just like, what are you going to apply for? They might go to like business or like banking or architectures, and there will be something that it's so common, and you can see like a lot of students they jobless because there's no choice to study actually.
But on the other hand, I also think that, like you have mentioned before, there are just several majors that the Lao student tend to choose, right? Like probably banking or business administration. But what would you think that on the other hand, if we have a lot of choices, then they will still like stuck with these, like subjects? Or would you think that if we have more choices in terms of the subjects, then there would be quite an equal rate of the student studying in these like different subjects?
So the problem of like following the trend would be the problem with the norms of our generations. Even for me, I study business because of my dad. Actually I got admitted to study social welfare in National University of Laos, but then my dad said maybe it's not a good option, so he told me to study this in a private college. So maybe like the awareness or like the knowledge of the understanding of parents also and our society, it's also important that like force the student to believe what they should do, or maybe they should follow their dreams or not. So changing norms is also another challenging thing here in Laos. That's kind of difficult, but I think I could see some change right now because youth right now they are being more themselves than before and I appreciate that a lot.
True. No, and if the youths would give themselves the opportunities to see the world in different angles and to learn more about like a lot of the stories from in other places in the world that they will give the ideas to them as well, no? Because we have heard and like also seen some youth in other countries that thrive in the career like fashion some, like design or arts. So I think if it will take time like you say, no? And I really hope that in the near future we can provide the young people more choices in this subject.
Exactly.
No. And since I also introduced you as a scholarship hunter boy, so I just wonder like what is this term, like a person who is a scholarship hunter, what kind of characteristic of this person he or she would be? And why do you say would say that yourself is a scholarship hunter? Sorry.
It's because it's may sound crazy.
No, it's not.
Because sometimes I apply for scholarship because of like I want to participate in that program, but maybe it's if I see something like challenging or like competitive, I will just I will try this and see if I can do it or not. And maybe that's one of the characteristic of mine. It's just like to be challenged or like
to
compete.
To compete, to be competitive. That's a good trait. I see.
Yeah, because being competitive, it's also a good thing because it's trying to like push you to like push yourself to develop yourself all the time. Other if not, you will stuck in the same place and you will not like get to anywhere else. You cannot compete to others because every day like nowadays everybody is like improving themselves every day. So for me also, so I should not like stop developing myself. So I try to participate in a very like competitive program or something like that just to like at least I could see the potential of myself, either like can try it or not, or if I fail I still have chance to develop myself. So it's like win-win situation.
I totally agree. And what I can see from you right now, even though you're studying abroad like in the US, you're still fighting different opportunities to join the project, like program somewhere else or the project. Now, since you mentioned about this project that you are attending right now in Laos, that's the reason why you came back as well. So maybe you tell us, we have a little bit of the time, please share with us about the project, and if somebody out there are interested to join, like how can they join?
So the project that I've done like earlier, it's called Chai Alight. It's a project from Singaporean organization. They came here to do an activities and provide some stuff to blind kids, like blind school in Thong Pong. So they have done here like this is the fourth batch that have done here. So basically they will donate some stuff like useful stuff like computers or like instruments because they like to play, and it's also like give them to practice. Maybe in the future they can use this and as the skill for their job or something like that. And we also provide some activities like touching activities to develop their sensing skills. And also we provide some sport games like futsal, football. We build some goals for them and buy some like balls with like the ring inside so they can hear the bell inside so they can hear the noise, so they can follow the balls. So every like activities or like the stuff that we give them, it's just like to make them, it's for developing them and also like preparing them for the future to make it more sustained also because of the project. And if who are interested in this project, you can DM to my page because maybe they'll by the end of this year they might have another batch coming here. And we still need like some volunteers as translators and also volunteers.
Let us know. I mean, Lao Youth Radio can be one of the platforms.
You should apply for it because this is a very good like profile that you can put in your
CV.
If you plan to apply for any scholarship.
Wow, that's very, very true. No? what I can see here, like we have mentioned before, that joining this kind of program will of course provide something good, like something that will look good on your CV. But beyond that, I can see that it's a chance for you to contribute back to your society, especially like these people in need. No?
Yeah.
Well, our time flies.
Yeah.
No, but we have like also some time for you to give your last message to the audience. I mean, any things you want to say to the audience, probably about yourself, about their goals in the future, or about applying for scholarships.
We just like to you, just like don't be afraid, just be yourself and try at least. Because as I said in my blog before, like if you try, you will have like 50% to be success. If you not try, 100% failure that you will get. So you should try, at least you will get like 50% to be success. So yeah, just try.
No, just try. Give it a try. Even though you fail, you'll learn something from it. And try again. Probably the next time you'll be the one who has the name on the list.
Yeah, you should believe that.
So today it was very fun talk, boy. Thank you very much for coming to our program.
Thank you for having me.
No. Thank you for coming. It's our honor to have you today and to share. I believe that this would be useful for the youth out there. No? So if you're watching right now and if you want to share this with your friends, now feel free to share the video on our page, Lao Youth Radio. And for today, me, Vali, and Boy, Anisong Vonglatsamy ต้องขอลาไปก่อนเนาะพบกันใหม่ในโอกาสหน้าบางเทื่อเขาอาจจะให้บอยกลับมาอีกในตอนที่บอยเรียนจบแล้วเนาะ But for today we have to say goodbye. I will see you again soon. Thank you very much for being with us, for watching เนาะขอบใจโคคาโคล่าน้ำดื่มแล้วก็ Sky Telecom ที่ให้เกียรติสนับสนุนรายการของมหาวิทยาลัยมินิวาลีแล้วก็บอยแล้วก็ทีมงานต้องขอลาไปก่อนพบกันใหม่โอกาสหน้าเด้อแค่สิเป็นไผเนาะอย่าลืมติดตามอยู่ที่เพจของเรา Lao Youth Radio สำหรับมื้อนี้บ๊ายบายสบายดี